Nigerian entrepreneur and philanthropist Tony Elumelu has set himself an ambitious goal. He wants to transform Africa's economic prospects by increasing investment in its private sector. Elumelu is doing this through Africapitalism, a self-coined economic philosophy.
Africapitalism is a call on the African private sector to invest long-term in key sectors of the African economy that create economic prosperity and social wealth.
Moki Makura has worked closely with Elumelu at his investment firm, Heirs Holdings, and is the author of Africa's Greatest Entrepreneurs. She describes how the former banker's career gave rise to Africapitalism.
When his time when he was developing and building UBA was really quite key for him in terms of what he's doing now, because at the time he talks about the fact that as he was, democratizing banking and he was bringing banking to a much broader sector of the population, he realized that he was doing more than just providing a banking service. He was empowering people financially. He was now giving people access to services, to things they could do when they had a bank account, when they could transfer money, when they could gain interest, when they could start borrowing money from home. So it was so much more than just having a bank. He was actually impacting people on very many levels. And I think that's where the basis of this thinking of Africapitalism came, that, through a private sector business, I mean, he didn't set out to do this, on a, I'm just doing good. He set out to make money. He was building a bank. But whilst making money, whilst he was doing well, he was also doing good. So that phrase about doing well and doing good, I think, started when he started building the bank.
It's this business know-how that Elumelu believes will trump nationalisation. Entrepreneurs, rather than policymakers, will be the driving force behind Africa's economic and social growth.
If there's a gap in an economy, if there's something that needs doing, it's actually usually the role for entrepreneurs, increasingly, not government, because government doesn't have money. So it's increasing the role of entrepreneurs to step in, and that's basically the essence of Africapitalism and the essence of what I think Tony's doing.
Elumelu has a clear strategy when it comes to the sectors that Heirs Holdings invests in. His plan is to focus on industries that not only offer lucrative returns, but also address issues such as food security and power shortage.
When we invest in power sector, for instance, we're making money. We'll make money by investing in power sector. But also helping to increase access to electricity, because we know the value, the benefits of what increased access to electricity can do for Nigeria, for Africa. When we invest in agriculture, we invest in agriculture to make money. But we know that by making money in agriculture, we're actually helping to engage a lot more people. We're helping farmers who ordinarily have their produce wasted, lost. We're helping them to make sure that the farm produce have economic value. This philosophy of Africapitalism, which is driven by the mindset of long-term investing, driven by investment in key sectors, and driven by economic prosperity and social wealth being done simultaneously.
Access to electricity is seen as a major barrier to Africa's economic development. Seen from space, the continent appears as dark as the equally vast but far less populated Arctic tundra.
Well, the big sector for Heirs Holdings and also for Africa was power. I mean, power just underpins almost everything that we do, particularly in a world where we're moving forward in terms of technology. It's all underpinned with power. So it was a strategic sector. So one of the things that they did was they bought a power station. And I think he's looking to do more in that sector, because his feeling is that once you unlock the power problem in this country, and certainly across the continent, it's going to unleash phenomenal things in Africa.
As part of Heirs Holdings' commitment to boost access to electricity, in 2013 it pledged $2.5 billion to US President Barack Obama's Power Africa initiative. Obama announced the $7 billion plan during the South African leg of his second tour of Africa.